Hey everybody, this is David B69, and yeah, we got weekly awards. You can see our defensive tackle Robinson, 6 tackles, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, which I don't think that was a forced fumble because I believe we recovered it and it wasn't a fumble. So whatever. I mean, Madden has some little hiccups still. Big chalk. Um, got a QB breakout, and they're going to get again. Um, Choose new goal. Uh, yeah, let's just do that. And I just, it doesn't really matter who it is because they just think it's Tanner McKay. I guess it's just the quarterback room. Okay, whatever. Um, let's look at our weekly strategy, and they give us our recommends, which is all fine and good. Um, okay. Yeah, I think we're fine with this. Confirm loadout in advance. I mean, I could unlock more and stuff, but I really don't see the point. Um, let's see. We want to do this by position because, well, especially on something like this, um, where we don't want Will Shipley to do anything. We want him to rest. So it just makes sense for that. Okay, we want to have pads for everybody. Okay. Okay, same thing with him. Give Landon Dickerson some extra rest. Cam Jargons, you get some extra rest. See, the thing is, it's like if I knew this beforehand, and I wouldn't have probably gotten Barkley and stuff hurt. I really wasn't. I wasn't doing this properly. So this is my fault, but it is what it is. Like I said, I don't do those mini games. I don't care about those mini games, so I'm not going to play those mini games. Um, but pretty good. I mean, Shipley's going to be okay. Um, and they got no experience, but they're now healthy. So pretty happy with how this all worked out. I mean, we're just basically making sure that we come in as healthy as possible for the next game. Um, Upgrade players. Okay, J. Kimball. He's a 78 overall. So let's see, inside linebacker. You know something? I really could use a little bit more help on the run. Let's make sure we have somebody more that can lock down, works on your tackling, a little bit of block shedding and zone coverage. I like that a lot. It just makes sense. He's getting closer and closer to finding out what his potential would be, which is good. Um, Coach Central, I think we'll be able to. Durning's doing good. Yeah, he's in bad shape here. His job security is not good. Um, Part of me wants to, yeah, let's do something with these, yeah, we can get the nickel mug play sheet and get this play sheet as well. Then we get this dime play sheet because we use them a lot. Um, okay. Really would like to do something with this. Okay. So we're getting closer and closer to this stuff. Um, right now we're only using behind the chains and shadables. Let's look at let's see. Let's try this. Just do anything. No, we don't have that many points. Ooh. Increase ability to disengage for run blocks on outside run plays. I actually kind of like that idea, but um, I want to do that. I'm gonna upgrade that ability, so that's pretty good. Okay. I think we're good there. But I haven't done that in a long time. Um, okay. We're gonna worry about that stuff later. Let's just get into today's game. Um, okay, let's just go.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the
That's just after the quarterback. I can't just go for that fake.
Already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They'll start on the ground with Shipley. And he's up into it at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They go play action with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Eagles at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Throwing is Hurts. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A run on first down with Shipley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Straight ahead, Shipley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Philadelphia defense now as they head back onto the field. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips looks on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season, currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. They'll give it to Shipley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Shipley again. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Hurts. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Hurts to throw. And connecting quickly with Goddard. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken the lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field. and then angled him to the left on a crossing route, and he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll go again to Jones. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To the air with McCarthy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the handoff, it's Shipley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2nd and a couple. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
A gain of 4 yards.
So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180.
On the run is Shipley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 2nd down, Hurts. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 20.
Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll run. Here's Shipley. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Philadelphia.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Here comes Shipley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Second down and 8. Once again, it's Shipley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The offense on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Eagles 21.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
It's second and
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd down, they go with Shipley. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Give him 5 yards there, and will bring up 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
McCarthy off the play fake. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That is incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, What do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Philadelphia.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Out route pass complete to Goddard. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
To Jefferson on the slant.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Now McCarthy.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. Okay, Brandon, thank you. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. And this is Matthew Stafford. This is one of the best runs from a quarterback you're going to see all year. Off he goes. From there, it's on to Cincinnati, checking in on the Bengals as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's Jake Browning, a touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Bengals use a late score to celebrate the come-from-behind victory. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead, the Chiefs taking on the Raiders. And it's the rookie from Boise State, Ashton Genty. He'll take this one in, one of 2 touchdowns for him in the first half. The Raiders with the lead at the half. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on third down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, Shipley down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Shipley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
But it's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Jones. And some room to work. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 23-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On play action, McCarthy
Steps away. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
J.J. McCarthy.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Vikings 14.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Hurts. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Throwing is McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Shifts by him at the 25. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's McCarthy. And his pass incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
To the air with McCarthy. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on third down.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll bring them back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Shipley. And he'll get this on past the 45 to the 47. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First down, Philadelphia.
They'll run on first down. Shipley. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Now 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Dallas Goddard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
it good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Vikings 17.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On play action, now McCarthy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jackson to return. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
On first down, Shipley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the middle they go. Shipley. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down and 6 now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Shipley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top-5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
180, 180.
Hands it off out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop them short of the first, they get them out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
So you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
McCarthy off the play fake. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the penalty, it's Jones. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pass complete to Addison. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Justin Jefferson.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Shipley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Shipley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:52 to play. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Completes this to Jefferson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
from the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes 2nd down. Now McCarthy. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
a gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Able to find Jones. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Philadelphia, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2 and 4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with the performance here. 17 for 25, 219 yards passing, 68% completion, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's what we want. And I think he had 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Hurts had 2 touchdowns rushing. Shipley had the 1 fumble, but that overall is not our fault. It's not a big deal. I didn't think we lost it, did we? Maybe we did. I don't remember. And McCarthy fumbled once, and we had the interception off of him. It was like basically a very successful day on offense. Goddard had 153 yards receiving. I mean, he was most of the passing game. It just seems like he gets open, and it just basically opens doors. It really does. Brown did nothing for us offensively. He had 1 drop. So we tried to get it to him one time, but it just didn't happen. Defensively, we had, yeah, Carter had 2 sacks, Bond had 2 sacks. Look at all these sacks. We're a sack machine. So just really, really liking it. We're doing really, really well. Really getting into the game, like knowing how it works, and it's becoming more and more efficient. So really, really happy with that. So let's see here. We can bump up Goddard a little bit, which I really, really want to do, because I really enjoy giving him the ball. You might want to say that I want to do the vertical threat or the possession upgrade, and that's what I want to do. The vertical threat is like huge matchup for defenses. Um, yeah, I kind of like want to do possession to catch in traffic and such. I want to improve that. That's just big to me. So that's improved. Will Shipley improve him some? He had a great game today as well. Huge, huge day. Um, Basically want to improve him in the elusive back. Now a 76 overall. His spoon move is now a +3. Yeah, he's like 76 overall. He's just going to continue to improve. Really, really happy with that. What is the response here with the QB breakout? And I like Tanner McKee getting free stats, getting his XP, even though he's not starting. I mean, why isn't Hurts getting those points? I really don't understand it. I don't know if that's a bug in the game or what's going on. But let's get to next week. He's leveling up again. Love to see it. No new unlocks. And here we go. We're doing a weekly recap.
Artistry on display. Hi, everyone. I'm Scott Hansen. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 7. Lots to look at this week. Let's start in Minneapolis. The Vikings at home to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Eagles win their second straight, and they do it in style. From there, it's on to Cincinnati, checking in on the Bengals as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's Jake Browning. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Bengals able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. They win it in the final moments. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara. The 49ers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And it's CMC, Christian McCaffrey. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The 49ers move their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play well here in the season's first half. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.
So yeah, I'm really excited. We get to play the Giants again. Um, we beat the Giants this week, and we will have the same exact record as them. So we will pretty much jump ahead of them because this would be our second game. Interesting thing here is our next game is forecasting heavy rain. Plays right into our hands because it's going to be heavy rain. It's going to be low visibility. It's going to be just a huge thing with the running game. I think our running game is way better than their running game, and I think we would actually really perform well. So I'm really happy about that. Their center is going to be out of this game. So I'd like to see that. So we're actually going to have even more of an advantage going up against the Giants as they struggle to survive. And you can see here, we are right now in third place in the division. The win over the Giants will give us second place, which we haven't played Washington yet, but it's looking like really, really good. Of course, we're still 2 games behind the Cowgirls, but we'll be able to hopefully take care of them later in the year to basically even up that series. So, just really excited for our playoff hopes now compared to what we were feeling a couple weeks ago. So, until next time, this is David B69, and I'm out.